John Gruden is accused, based on emails that we have not seen, of being transphobic, homophobic, misogynistic, and racist. But on top of that, he didn't like his boss, Roger Goodell. He didn't like Barack Obama. He didn't like Joe Biden. He didn't like a lot of people. So he actually didn't discriminate when it came to people that he didn't like. He pretty much offended every group according to the email. But that's not what people are upset about. People are upset about the comments that have been perceived as racist. Again, out of everyone that he supposedly offended, why is the focus on the comments about DeMaurice Smith? Did John Gruden not draft a player because they had big lips? Did John Gruden not play a player because they had big lips? Did John Gruden cut a player because they had big lips? What did John Gruden do about people with big lips? Did he deny them anything economically? The answer is no, because not a single player has accused him of being racist towards them. Racism is an economic issue. And a person not liking your skin or a feature you may have is not racism. You can say it's prejudice. You can say they're being a bigot, but you cannot say they are being racist, because you must practice racism. And since racism is economic, you must be denying someone something because of their race. And that something is something that's financial. I want to make a slight correction. John Gruden is owed a little more than $40 million over the next 5 years of his contract.
I can play for you, but I'd rather not. Okay, I'd rather not do it, but if I have to do it, I will. And it's just because I have other people that I have to provide for, right? But I'd rather not do it. Yeah. But we've done it before in different situations. We are all mentally tough people in that locker room, but it's something you'd rather not do.
Part of being a man is living a life of conviction. So if men are convicted by something, then they act on those convictions. What these men are telling you is that it's okay to work in a racist environment as long as you're getting paid. It's okay to be around openly racist people as long as you're getting paid. So this should let you know that racism is trumped by money. And if racism could take a back seat to money, well, that means that racism couldn't be that bad, because nothing should be so great to make a man compromise his principles. But I concluded a while ago that no one actually believes this whole racism narrative. People that do these types of things, go out there and fight against racism and social injustice, or get on TV to try to convince you that they're woke, is only done to show their allegiance to white liberals who actually control the whole narrative of racism.
I'll tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
All you hear is Donald Trump and all of them talking about fear. We're the ones getting killed. We're the ones getting shot. We're the ones that we're denied to live in certain communities. We've been hung, we've been shot, and all you do is keep hearing about fear. It's amazing to me why we keep loving this country and this country does not love us back. And it's really so sad. Like, I should just be a coach. And it's so often reminded of my color. You know, It's just really sad. We got to do better. But we got to demand better.
I mean, after everything that Doc Rivers said, out of all the fake crying that he did and all these cries for help, his solution was demand better. Isn't it ironic that none of our protests, marches, riots, or looting involve any tangibles? Meaning there are no demands on the table of things that would actually benefit our community. Like we literally could be protesting and marching for land and guarantee jobs, but we don't. We march and protest for things that liberals tell us to march and protest for. And yes, guaranteed jobs, the same 11 million guaranteed jobs that were promised to the immigrants. I mean, we could march and protest for a tax exemption status, free health care, free education, free life insurance. We could even be marching for a nationality. But instead, we are listening to grown men fake cry on TV, trying to convince us that we are oppressed. And if we're being oppressed and being victimized, then that means we are inferior to the group that is doing it to us.
Why don't we blow the system up? I mean, obviously we can't just turn off the spigot on the system we have and then say, hey, everyone in the world should get this new vaccine we haven't given to anyone yet. But there must be some way.
But it is not too crazy to think that an outbreak of a novel avian virus could occur in China somewhere. We could get the RNA sequence from that, beam it to a number of regional centers, if not local, if not even in your home at some point, and print those vaccines on a patch and self-administer.
Coming off loss and then having this week coming out with a heavy heart. All eyes is on Las Vegas.
Yeah. Randy, I appreciate you just being genuine and honest. It's what we love about you.
We've been through a lot, Sam.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
So some black executive wrote an email to another black executive. This dude's white as milk. He cries milk and farts chalk. Do you think you'd be able to find a white player that would get all choked up? Man, this NFL, this hurts me, man.
People of all races agreeing with the fact that America needs to be decrackified. Decrackification is simply ridding America of this white supremacist bullshit. Ignore that crack-ass cracker and listen to your Uncle Charlotte. Crackers are cowards, by the way. How do I know? Because they always hiding under sheets. Low thread count ass crackers. But at the other end of the spectrum, we have what I love to call good white people. So if you're a GWP who's been using your privilege to combat prejudice by helping the marginalized and disenfranchised, or giving a certain radio personality a talk show, good job, buddy.
So if a person that is non-melanated comments about my physical appearance in a negative way, does that make them racist? So if two people are insulting each other, is the non-melanated person not allowed to comment on the melanated person's physical appearance? And then in turn, is the melanated person allowed to talk about the non-melanated person's physical appearance? This seems like a classic case of being able to dish it, but not being able to take it. And if a person can dish it, but can't take it, well, that means they're just weak and soft. And a more appropriate term is woke. Oh, and let's not forget liberal. Wait for it. Triple H, good money, come.